Hello everyone, Rashi here. I'm going to do this video a little bit earlier than I usually do. That's because I'm pretty much done with manga collecting for the month. So yeah, I have now 1,240 books, which means I have gotten exactly 50 new books. There's actually 2 books that I rebought because they were damaged, and yeah, I decided to rebuy them. But you won't see like 2 copies of those. I actually removed a damaged copy from the shelf. Anyway, let's get this show on the road. I'm gonna start with my biggest shelf, the black one. Well, the big black one. I have another black one that's a bit smaller. Futari Escape Volume 1 and 2. I've read Volume 1. Catch These Hands Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read Volume 1 and 2. Laid Back Camp Volume 1 through 12. I've read all 12 of them. The Girl in the Arcade Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection. I haven't started the series yet. Asumi-chan is interested in lesbian brothels, Volume 1 and 2. I actually got Volume 2 a couple minutes ago. It's still sealed, as you can see. I've read only Volume 1. New Game, Volume 1 through 13, the entire collection. I've read all 13 of them. Secret of the Princess and Yuri Life, No Love, No Life, only 1 volume for each, and I've read both. The Demon Girl Next Door, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 3. When Will Ayumu Make His Move, Volume 1 through 10. 10 is actually another book that I received today, and I've read up to Volume 5. Shikimori's Not Just a Cutie, Volume 1 through 11. I've read up to Volume 6. Next is Girlfriends, Volume 1 through 5. Through these 2 omnibus books, I've read all 5 of them. Next is... just forgot about the Nyanpasu sticker I put there. So next is Marmalade Boy, Volume 1 and 2. Through this collector's edition book, I've read both of them. Next is Look Back. There's only 1 volume, I've read it. Next is K-On!, the entire collection. I believe it's 4 volumes through this pretty large book. I haven't read it yet. Next is Touring After the Apocalypse, Volume 1. I haven't read... yes, I did read it, sorry. The Maid I Hired Recently is Mysterious, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 3. Breasts Are My Favorite Thing in the World, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 3. A Tropical Fish Yearns for Snow, Volume 1 through 9. The entire collection, I've read them all. Non Non Biori, Volume 1 through 16. The entire collection, I've also read them all. Skip and Loafer, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 5. My Lovey-Dovey Wife is a Stone Cold Killer, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read all 3 of them. Otaku L, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Stole Life in Another World, I Wish, Volume 1 through 4, and I haven't started the series yet. A Galaxy Next Door, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2, yes, sorry. Monologue Woven for You, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, and I just put them there and I kind of forgot to put them in the right order. Whoa, I did read up to Volume 2 though. About time, because I had Volume 2 for a while now. Alright. Next is After Hours, Volume 1 through 3, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. After Ego, only 1 volume, I haven't read it yet. And I believe if I do this, yeah, quality is a bit better. Teasing Master Takagi-san, Volume 1 through 16, I've read up to Volume 15. Mitsubachi Color, Volume 1, I've read it. The 100 Girlfriend Who Really, 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 Really Love You, Volume 1 through 5, I've only read Volume 1. Failed Princesses, the entire collection of 6 volumes, I've read all 6 of them. Kuma 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 Bear, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Next is Yigehiro. After being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 2. Himakoi. Now I'm in Love. Volume 1 through 5. I've read up to Volume 4. Volume 3. I have another series in mind that I did read up to Volume 4. How Do We Relationship, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 4. Finally, been a while since I read Volume 3. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 4. My Cute Little Kitten, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Namikawa-san Won't Take a Licking, Volume 1 and 2, I've read Volume 1. Our Teachers Are Dating, Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection, I've read all 4 of them. Tamamo-chan's a Fox, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Still Sick, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 1. To Save the World, Can You Wake Up the Morning After with a Demi-Human, Volume 1 through 5, I've only read Volume 1 and 2. Divine Raymond, Magical Girl, Howling Moon, Volume 1 through 3, I've read the entire collection. After School Bitchcraft, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, only read Volume 1. If the RPG World at Social Media, Volume 1 and 2, I haven't started the series yet. If Witch Then Witch, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Last Run Arthurs, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. Yokohama Kaidashi Kiku, Volume 1 through 10, I haven't read any of these French books, but as I keep saying, I've read up to Volume 4 in English, unofficially. The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. Call of the Night, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 4. Idle Dreams, Volume 1 through 7, I've read only Volume 1. Now Loading, there's only one volume, I've read it. Who Says Warrior Can't Be Babes, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read up to Volume 1. NTR Netsuzu Trap, the entire collection, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 4. Goodbye My Rose Garden, Volume 1 and 2, and 3, and I've read the entire collection. Drugstore in Another World, The Slow Life of a Cheat Pharmacist, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 2. Anna and Hina After School, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both of them. Miruko-chan, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 4 or 5, I'm not 100% sure. The White Cat's Revenge as Plotted from the Dragon King's Lab, Volume 1 through 3. And I've read only Volume 1. Oreimo, Volume 1 through 4. I've read up to Volume 2. Ero Manga Sensei, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire officially released collection in English. I've read all 3 of them. Days of Love at Seagull Villa, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. School Zone Girls, Volume 1 through 4. I've read the Volume 3. Days on Fest, Volume 1 through 5. The entire collection, I've read up to Volume 3. The Golden Sheep, Volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection, I've only read Volume 1. And that's the exact same situation for Witch's Love at the End of the World. The entire collection, only read Volume 1. The Eclair series, all 5 volumes that have been released so far as I know. I've only read the colorless one. Restaurant to Another World, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2, this is the entire collection. Konohana Kitan, Volume 1 through 11, I've read up to Volume 6. Futaribaya, Volume 1 through 9, I've read all 9 of them. Happy Sugar Live, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 9. Imperfect Girl, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them. Our Wonderful Days, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection, I've read all 3 of them as well. Even Though We're Adults, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Next is Trapped in a Dating Sim, The World of Autonomy Games is Tough for Mobs, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume Only one, actually. Next is Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro, Volume 1 through 13. I've read up to Volume 8. Little Witch Academia, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. Sex Ed, 120%, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1. Strawberry Fields, once again, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Life, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection. I've read only Volume 1. Gudere Sora Nagyara, sorry. I can't read for some reason. Volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 2. Next is a bunch of light novels. I've got a fair few number of new light novels, you'll see. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Elena, Volume 1 through 10. I've read up to Volume 5. Little Witch Academia, The Nonsensical Witch and the Country of the Fairies. There's only one volume, I've read it. Adachi and Shimamura, Volume 1 through 10. I've read physically up to Volume 7, and unofficially I've actually read all 10 of them. My Friend's Little Sister Has It In For Me, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 3. The Saint Magic Is Omnipotent, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. Blooming to You Regarding Saiki Sayaka, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read Volume 1, I have read all 3 of them, sorry. I was thinking about Higehiro, because Higehiro, after being rejected, I shaved and took in a high school runaway. I've read up to Volume 1, but I have all 3 volumes, and as you can see, 2 and 3 are reversed. Next is Bofuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, Volume 1 through 8, I've read up to Volume 4. I Want to Heat Your Pancreas, Volume 1. Actually, there's only one volume, and I've read it. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 3. The Executioner in the Werefly, Volume 1 through 6, and I don't know why I put 6 on top, but yeah. Anyway, I've read up to Volume 2. Roll Over and Die, I Will Fight for an Ordinary Life with My Love and Cursed Sword, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. I Fell in Love with a Soapland Girl, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read Volume 1 and 2. And Banished from the Hero's Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside, Volume 1 through 8. 8 is actually the third and final book I got today, and I've read only up to Volume 2. I'm in Love with the Villainess, Volume 1 through 5, the entire collection, of the main series at least, I've read up to Volume 2. Kuma 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 Bear, Volume 1 through 13, including 11.5, I've read up to Volume 4. In the Land of Lee Dale, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. Alright, so my room is a massive mess, so you're gonna see my ceiling for a bit. Alright. Is it good enough? For now, yes, I guess. Okay. My Dear Friend Nokotan, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read up to Volume 2. Bofuri, I Don't Want to Get Hurt, so I'll max out my defense, Volume 1 through 5, I've read up to Volume 2. Paradise Residence, Volume 1 through 0 through 3, sorry, I've read 0 and 1. Otherworldly Izakaya, oh, this is the entire collection, by the way, I forgot to mention. Otherworldly Izakaya Nobu, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 7. No Matter What You Say, Furisan is Scary, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 3. En Attendant Lundi, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Itomi-chan is Shy with Strangers, Volume 1 through 5, and I've read all 5 of them. Mokola Kitten Gamers, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 1. Cross the Mountains, Volume 1 through 4 as well, I've read up to Volume 2. Country Girl, Alice in the Country of the Three-Sided Mirror, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read. I haven't read it, any of them, yet. The Girl with the Sanpaku High, Volume 1 through 4, it was about time that 4 released. Volume 3 is released like in late 2021, And this one released about 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago. Actually, I've read all 4 of them. Actually, I can say the same for Pompo the Cinéphile. I've been waiting for volume 3 for a long time, but I haven't read it yet. No, this one I know. I know there's an official English title, but I always forget it. So, No Différence Enlacée, volume 1 through 4, and I just realized the order is all messed up. Donut Under a Crescent Moon, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I've only read volume 1. Uzaki-chan Wants to Hang Out, volume 1 through 8, and I've read up to volume 7. Adabana, volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read none of them. Next is, looks like I'm gonna need this after all. Next is Inamatsuri, volume 1 through 17. I've read up to volume 11. Next is Moving Forward, or Ari 2 in Japanese, volume 1 through 11. I've read up to volume 3. Tomo-chan is a Girl, volume 1 through 8, the entire collection. I've read all 8 of them. The Tale of the Outcasts, volume 1 through 6. I've read up to volume 3. The Ideal Sponger Life, volume 1 through 12. I've read up to volume 2, so maybe I should start reading those. Next is Kindred Spirits. Kindred Spirits on the Roof, volume 1 through 1 and 2, the entire collection through this omnibus books, and I've read it. And I haven't read any of these, so The Girl I Want Is So Handsome, The Whole Humanity Has Gone Yuri Except for Me, and Count Fujiwara's Suffering, volume 1 and 2, 1 and 2, 1, 2, and 3. I haven't read any of them. Next is Manga Record, Puella Magi Madoka Magica Side Story, volume 1 through 5. I've read volume 1. Hao-chan Can't Study, volume 1 and 2. I haven't started the series yet. Agent of My Heart, volume 1 through 4, the entire collection. I haven't started it yet. Daily Reports About My Witch Senpai, volume 1 and 2. I've read both of them. Gabriel Dropout, volume 1 through 11. I've read up to volume 10. I Can't Believe I Slept With You, volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read only volume 1. I'm in Love with a Villainess, volume 1 through 4. I've read only volume 1. Flying Witch, volume 1 through 11. I've read up to volume 9. Rainbow in Black, volume 1, 2, and 3. The entire collection. I've read all 3 of them. A Sign of Affection, volume 1 through 5. I've read all 5 of them. Aho Girl, A Clueless Girl, volume 1 through 12. The entire collection. I've read up to volume 4. Oh god, I know this one also has a English title, but I don't remember it. But yeah, Trois Yakuza Punotaku, volume 1 through 7. I've read up to volume 2. Next is, I'm gonna actually put the spin-off on top, but yeah. Rent a Girlfriend, volume 1 through 17. I've read up to volume 7. And Rent a Really Shy Girlfriend, volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read up to volume 2. Syrup, a Yuri Anthology, volume 1 through 4. I've read up to volume 2. Star-Crossed, volume 1 through 4. The entire collection. I've read up to volume 2. Yuri Is My Job, volume 1 through 10. I've read up to volume 7. Sayonara Football, volume 1 and 2. I've read up to volume 2. No, only volume 1, sorry. Nishiju, My Ordinary Life, volume 1 through 10. I've read up to volume 9. The Danger in My Heart, volume 1 through 5. I've read up to volume 4. Or maybe 5. No, I read 5, sorry. By the Grace of the Gods, volume 1 through 7. I've read up to volume 3. Wandering Witch, The Journey of Alina, volume 1, 2, and 3. I've read only volume 1. And Cats and Sugar Bowls, I haven't read it yet. Next is Bloom Into You, volume 1 through 8. I've read all 8 of them, the entire collection. And as for these 2 double-sized books, Frack Time and I Want to Hit Your Pancreas, I've read both volumes. Kaze-san and volume 1 through 5, I've read all 5 of them. Kaze-san and Yamada, volume 1 and 2, I've only read volume 1. The Condition of Paradise, Volume 1, 2, and 3. Well, they're not really numbered, but I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. I've read all 3 of them. If I Could Reach You, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 5. The Great Jahi Will Not Be Defeated, Volume 1 through 4, I've read only Volume 1. My Senpai is Annoying, Volume 1 through 8, Volume 1 through 9, sorry. 8 is the last one I read. Citrus, Volume 1 through 10, and Citrus Plus, Volume 1 through 4, I've read all 14 books. Azumanga Daioh, the complete collection, I haven't read it. And Farewell to My Altar, there's only 1 volume, and I haven't read it yet either. Alright. 2 bookshelves left. We're almost, well, not almost done, but you can see a bunch of stickers here. I haven't still decided where to put them. Anyway. Silent Voice, Volume 1 through 7. Well, these are all complete collections, so I'm not gonna bother giving you the number of books. But yeah, for a Silent Voice, I've read up to Volume 4. For the Quintessential Quintuplet, I've read up to Volume 4 as well. Cells at Work, I've read Volume 1. And Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Taku, I've read Volume 1 and 2, because all the first 5 books are double-sized volume, and the 6th one is like 1 volume. Next is I Love You So Much I Hate You. There's only 1 volume, I've read it. Sorry for My Familiar, Volume 1 through 10, I've read up to Volume 3. Gal Gohan, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 4. 5 Seconds Before a Witch Falls in Love, there's only 1 volume, I've read it. My Dress Up Darling, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 2. Chasing After Aoi Koshiba, Volume 1 through 3, I've read up to Volume 2. Sweet Blue Flowers, Volume 1 through 8, through these 4 double-sized books, and I've read Volume 1 and 2, which is this first book here. Secret of the Magical Stones, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't started yet. My Neighbor Seki, Volume 1 through 10. As far as I know, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 3. Neko no Tera no Shion-san, Volume 1 through 9, sorry, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 5. Black and White, Tough Love at the Office, Volume 1. I haven't touched it yet. Next is Super Cub, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1. Young Ladies Don't Play Fighting Game, Volume 1 through 4. I've only read Volume 1 and 2. Sweetness and Lightning, Volume 1. I haven't touched it yet. My Boy in Blue, Volume 1 through 12. I've read up to Volume 4. Or was it 3? I think it's 4. Pretty sure it's 4. Next is I Married My Friend to Shut My Parents Up, volume. There's only 1 volume, I haven't read it yet. The Voynich Hotel, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1 in French, but I haven't touched the English series yet. A Condition Called Love, Volume 1 and 2, I've only read Volume 1. Adachi in Shimamura, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Fly Me to the Moon, Volume 1 through 16, I've read up to Volume 12. 12 and 13 are reversed. They're upside down, but Luminous Blue, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read both. Fieren, Beyond Journey's End, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 4. Vampire's Dormitory, Volume 1 through 9, I've read up to Volume 5. Lovesick Ellie, Volume 1 through 7, I've read up to Volume 4. Next is Whisper Me a Love Song, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 4. Perfect World, Volume 1 through 12, the entire collection, I've read exactly half of them. Beauty and the Beast Girl, Volume 1, I've read it. There's only 1 volume, actually, you have to go online to see the rest of the story. Hannah No Brett of Flowers, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've read it. Both, I mean. Une Si Belle Couleur, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I haven't started the series yet. Secret Girlfriends, Volume 1 and 2, the entire collection, I've only read the unofficial English series. Octave, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read up to Volume 2. Flowers for Vincent, Volume 1 and 2. Volume 1, sorry, I think the series only has 2 volumes in total. But yeah, I've read Volume... I haven't read it yet. I got caught up in a hero summon, but the other world was at peace. Volume 1 through 5, I read up to Volume 1. Cheeky Brat, Volume 1 through 5, I read up to Volume 2. Love in Hell, 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I haven't started the series yet. Next is Kaguya-sama Love is War, Volume 1 through 24. I've read up to Volume 17. Or 18, I'm not 100%. I think it's 18. Pretty sure it's 18, actually. We Never Learn, Volume 1 through 21, the entire collection. I'm still stuck at 16. Komi Can Communicate, Volume 1 through 23. I've read up to 19. Alright. The next shelf is gonna be the last. The Executioner and Her Way of Life, Volume 1, I've read it. Doomsday with My Dog, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Living Room Matsunaga-san, Volume 1 through 11, the entire collection. I'm actually reading Volume 7. I put it back for this video, but you can probably see it. Yeah, you can see the bookmark here. My Nadeshiko handmade Nadeshiko bookmark. Anyway, I'm gonna put it there for now. Next is Our Summer Love, only 1 volume. I've read it. Next is Sen to Man, Volume 1. I've read it. Damn, this is another case of I know the English title, but I somehow forgot it. But No Mots Comme des Bulles, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1. Whisker Away, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 2. Plongée dans la Nuit, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've only read... I haven't started the series yet, sorry. Sao Tome, Love and Boxing, Volume 1 through 9. I've read up to Volume 3. The Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, Volume 1, 2, and 3, manga version. I've read Volume 1. Superwoman in Love, Honey Trap and Rapid Rabbit, Volume 1 through 4. I've read all 4 of them. Mint Chocolate, Volume 1 through 6. I've read up to Volume 3. Next is In the Land of Leedale, manga version, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've only read Volume 1. Banished from the Hero's Party, I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I haven't read this series yet. Next is Studio Apartment, Good Lightning, Angel Included, Volume 1 and 2. I've only read Volume 1. My Special One, Volume 1, I've read it. Hello Melancholique, Volume 1, 2, and 3, the entire collection. I've only read Volume 1. Adrocana Receive, Volume 1 through 10, the entire collection. I've read up to Volume 4, sorry. The two of them are pretty much like this, Volume 1 and 2. I've read Volume 1. Dreamin' Sun, Volume 1, I haven't read it yet. Witch Watch, Volume 1, 2, and 3. I've only read Volume 1. Girlfriend, Volume 1 through 4, I've read up to Volume 2. Mordu de Toi, Volume 1 through 4, I've only read Volume 1. Lovely Loveless Romance, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read only Volume 1 as well. Insomniacs After School, Volume 1 through 7, I've read only I've read all 7 of them, sorry. Next is Pseudo Harem, Volume 1, I've read it. Spring Yearning, I haven't read it yet, and I don't know if I'm gonna read it. I don't even know why I ordered this hentai. Next is Happy Kaneko Scare Alive, Volume 1 through 6, I've read up to Volume 5. The light novel version of the Magical Revolution of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read Volume 1. And the light novel version of The Alchemist Who Survived Now Dreams of a Quiet City Live, Volume 1 through 6, the entire collection, I've read Volume 1. Next is Magical Artisan Dahlia Wilts No More, Volume 1 through 4. I've read only Volume 1. A Couple of Cuckoos, sorry if I don't say it right. Volume 1 through 6, I've read Volume 1. Honey Lemon Soda, Volume 1, I've read it. Sakurai-san Wants to Be Noticed, Volume 1, 2, and 3, I've read Volume 1 and 2. The Summer You Were There, Volume 1 and 2, I've read both. And last but not least, My Clueless First Friend, Volume 1 through 9. I've got 2 volumes last week, but I haven't read Volume 9 yet. I've only read up to Volume 8. So yeah, that was it. As I said, over 1,200 books now. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.